Why are you in this neighborhood? Step out of the car now!
Officer, I live right down the street.
Don't you dare talk back! Out! Hands where I can see him!
Oh my God. Hey!
Before we begin, comment down below where you're watching from. I love seeing viewers from all over the world. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so more people can hear stories like this. The afternoon sun was dropping low over Willow Springs, a quiet middle-class town where nothing dramatic ever seemed to happen, at least not until this day. People walked their dogs, kids rode their scooters, and cars hummed down Maple Drive like any normal Friday. But in the middle of that peaceful afternoon, a black man named Elias Carter, age 38, was driving home from a long week at work. He wore a simple gray hoodie, dark jeans, and old sneakers. No fancy jewelry, no expensive watch, nothing that would make anyone think twice. He was calm, tired, and ready to relax. Yet only 2 blocks from his house, a police cruiser pulled out behind him. Lights off, silent, following. Elias noticed in the mirror. He sighed. "Not today," he whispered. But the cruiser sped up, then red and blue lights exploded behind him. Elias instantly put on his blinker and pulled to the side of the road. 2 officers stepped out. Officer Blake Henderson, tall, pale, and known around town for having the shortest fuse in the state. And his partner, Officer Jerry Mills, a nervous rookie who always tried to act tough. They approached fast, boots pounding the pavement. Elias rolled down his window and placed both hands on the steering wheel. "Good afternoon, officers," he said softly. Blake didn't respond. Instead, he leaned into the window and growled, "License. Now." Elias nodded and began reaching slowly for his wallet. But the moment his hand moved, Blake barked, "Hey, what did I just say? Keep your hands where I can see them." Elias froze. I was getting my license." "You asked for it." Blake's lip curled. "So you want to talk back, huh?" Jerry shifted nervously. Maybe he didn't mean... But Blake pushed past him. "Step out of the car." Elias calmly replied, "Officer, I'm complying. There's no need." Blake slammed his fist against the door. "I said get out." Elias opened the door slowly and stepped out, both hands raised. Neighbors across the street paused their lawn work. A woman walking her dog stopped and stared. Something felt wrong. Very wrong. Blake stepped into Elias' face, close enough to smell the gum he was chewing. "You think you can talk back to me on my street?" "Your street?" Elias asked, confused. Blake's eyes narrowed. That was the moment everything exploded. Without warning, Blake grabbed Elias by the front of his hoodie. Jerry shouted, "Blake, wait!" Too late. Blake swung Elias around and slammed him face first into pavement. Elias' cheek scraped across the concrete. His vision flashed white. A gasp shot through the small crowd gathering around. A kid whispered, "Mom, why is he doing that to him?" Blake jammed his knee into Elias' back and yanked his arms behind him. "You're under arrest for resisting." Elias groaned in pain. "I wasn't resisting. You told me to get out." "Shut up," Blake snapped. Jerry hovered nervously. "Should we run his ID first?" Blake glared at him. "No." He mouthed off. "That's enough." Elias felt rage boiling inside him, but he forced himself to breathe. He could have fought back. He could have defended himself. But he didn't. He didn't because he knew a secret that these officers had no idea about. A secret hanging around his neck, hidden beneath his hoodie. A small badge. A badge that would change everything. Blake yanked his hood back roughly, exposing the silver chain around Elias' neck. At first, Blake ignored it. Then his eyes landed on the badge. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. His entire body froze. Jerry gasped, "Is that real?" Elias exhaled shakily. "Yes, I'm Special Agent Elias Carter, FBI." Blake's face drained of color. He stepped back. Jerry nearly dropped his flashlight. People on the sidewalk whispered louder now. "He's FBI? Oh, they messed up. They're done. Absolutely done." Elias slowly rose to his knees. Blake stumbled backward. "Look, we didn't know." Elias stared at him with a calm that was more frightening than anger. You just slammed a federal agent because he answered your question. Jerry swallowed hard. It was a misunderstanding. No, Elias replied quietly. This was abuse of power. Word spread fast. By evening, videos from neighbors hit social media. Hashtag Justice for Elias trended within hours. The mayor ordered an emergency meeting. The police chief demanded explanations. Blake stayed silent. Jerry cried. Internal affairs got involved. Then the Department of Justice. The next morning, Elias walked into the station, not as a victim, but as a federal agent filing official charges. The entire room stared. Blake tried to apologize again, but Elias didn't even look at him. He went directly to the chief's office and placed a thick folder on the desk. Officer Blake Henderson used excessive force, made a false arrest, and violated federal civil rights law. The chief swallowed hard. And I'm filing a lawsuit, Elias added. For how much? The chief asked quietly. Elias answered like someone who had counted every bruise on his body. $25 million. The room went silent. The chief whispered, "They're finished." The lawsuit made national news. Major networks called it the slam heard around the country. The case that will change policing forever. The city panicked. The mayor begged for settlement talks. The police union hired the most expensive lawyers they could find. But nothing helped. Videos clearly showed Elias was calm. Elias followed instructions. Elias never resisted. Blake slammed him for one reason: power, and he used it wrong. Court day came. The courtroom was packed. Elias sat at the plaintiff's table. Calm, confident. Blake entered looking pale and drained. The judge read the ruling. The officers violated Mr. Carter's rights. The city will pay $25 million in damages. Officer Blake Henderson is terminated effective immediately. Gasps filled the room. Jerry collapsed into his hands, sobbing. Blake stared forward, empty, ruined. Elias walked past him without a word. Outside the courthouse, reporters rushed toward him. Agent Carter, what do you want people to learn from this? Elias answered one sentence. Respect should never depend on the color of someone's skin. He stepped into the car and drove away, leaving behind a courtroom full of broken pride, shattered careers, and a lesson the whole country would remember. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to help this channel grow. Drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, and let me know which story you want next. Stay safe, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next one.